Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying attention around the league, you know that the NFL is always full of surprises, and right now, there's some serious buzz about a potential blockbuster trade involving the Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. Rumors suggest that the Colts, currently sitting at 4-5 and facing some cap crunch issues, about $14 million projected for next year, are looking to shake things up. And their target, none other than DeForest Buckner, the elite defensive tackle who's been wreaking havoc in Indy. To make this happen, the Colts are rumored to be offering a third-round pick in the 2026 draft in exchange for Buckner, signaling a push toward a rebuild that leans heavily on youth and cap flexibility. The Colts are aware that their defense, ranked 22nd in EPA per pass allowed and suffering from injuries like Anthony Richardson's shoulder issues, missing 3 games, needs a serious overhaul, and trading Buckner might be part of that plan. For the Bills, this potential move could be a game-changer. Since the trade deadline, Buffalo has been sitting pretty at 6-3, holding a commanding position in the AFC East, yet the team is eager to add some disruptive force on the defensive line. With Ed Oliver out for the season due to an ankle injury, the Bills' interior pass rush has taken a hit, and that's where Buckner comes in as a massive upgrade. Imagine him, alongside Davon Hamilton and other rotational pieces, creating mismatches and pressuring the quarterback relentlessly. Buckner's impact could mirror what we saw from Aaron Donald in the Rams' 2020's defense, an interior disruptor who demands double teams and opens up opportunities for the pass rush. And let's talk about Buckner's stats because they're nothing short of impressive. The 31-year-old has been a run-stopping machine throughout his career, with 78 sacks, 45 tackles for loss, and a solid 89. 2 PFF grade. In 2025, he's played 9 games, racking up 10 sacks, ranking him as the 4th best defensive tackle in the league, and 32 pressures with an 88. 9 PFF grade. His win rate at the line of scrimmage is around 20%, and he's been a nightmare for offenses, especially with his success rate in pass rush situations, 82%. Even with some minor injuries, like a knee issue in Week 4, Buckner has shown durability, playing at a high level with minimal setbacks. His performance in Week 6 with 2 sacks and a forced fumble underscores his ability to take over games. Historically, Buckner averages around 8 sacks per year, with long pressures reaching 48 yards, and his run-stopping metrics are elite, 80% success rate in stuffing runs, which is among the best. His blitz win rate of 79% and his ability to neutralize running backs against the line of scrimmage, especially in games against the Dolphins and Jets, highlight how much of a difference maker he can be for any defense. The Colts, on the other hand, are moving in a different direction. They're trying to manage their cap, especially with hefty commitments to their offensive line, like Quentin Nelson, who's costing them about $28 million next year. Their defense's struggles, allowing an EPA per pass of 22nd in the league and giving up too many explosive plays, are pushing them toward a rebuild. Losing Buckner would be a blow. Odds of making the playoffs would plummet from around +10, 0 to +15, 0, reflecting the loss of their primary interior disruptor. Without Buckner, their ability to generate pressure and stop the run diminishes significantly, making it harder to compete against top teams. Now, for the Bills, the potential acquisition of Buckner could be monumental. With him in the fold, the Bills' pass rush could see a boost of over 11 sacks, revitalizing a front that's already been doing a decent job, but could use that extra push. Currently, Buffalo has accumulated 24 sacks this season, but with Buckner's presence, that number could easily climb, especially considering his knack for interior pressure, adding approximately 300 pressures compared to their current total. This upgrade would be especially valuable against divisional rivals like the Patriots and Jets, whose offensive lines have struggled against interior pass rushers, giving the Bills a tactical advantage in critical matchups. Buckner's ability to collapse the pocket from the inside would also help improve Buffalo's third-down defense, which ranks around 17th, but could move into the top 8 with his disruption skills. Buffalo's defensive line has been somewhat depleted lately, especially with Ed Oliver out for the season due to an ankle injury. The Bills have been relying heavily on their edge rushers and rotational players, but adding someone of Buckner's caliber would significantly elevate the entire unit. His presence could shift the dynamic, forcing offenses to double-team him, which would open up lanes for the outside rushers like Von Miller and Gregory Rousseau. Think of how Ndamukong Suh revitalized the Buccaneers' defense in 2020. Buckner has that same potential to anchor a dominant interior front, especially in high-stakes games. His ability to generate pressure, combined with his run-stopping prowess, would make Buffalo's defense much more formidable, especially in close games where every point matters. From a strategic perspective, this move could be a catalyst for Buffalo to elevate their playoff chances even further. The odds for winning the Super Bowl right now are around +500, but adding Buckner as a key piece in the playoff push could tilt those odds in their favor. His ability to disrupt offensive lines, especially against the Dolphins and Patriots, who pride themselves on their offensive line play, would give Buffalo a distinct advantage in big moments. Plus, his knack for big plays, like forcing turnovers and making sacks in critical situations, aligns perfectly with what the Bills need to make a deep postseason run. Looking ahead, if this deal materializes, it would send a clear message that Buffalo is all in on contending. The Bills have been a consistent playoff team under Sean McDermott, and this kind of upgrade could be what pushes them over the edge. The AFC is stacked, no doubt, but with the right pieces, Buffalo has shown they can compete with anyone. Having a disruptor like Buckner in the trenches would help them match up better against powerhouse offenses and give them that extra edge in close games. The Bills' defense, which has already been solid in many areas, could become truly elite with this addition, transforming their run defense and pass rush into a nightmare for offenses. Of course, everything hinges on whether this trade actually happens. The Colts are in a tricky spot, with cap issues and a desire to rebuild. They might be willing to part with Buckner if the offer is right. And Buffalo, hungry for a boost on defense, could see this as a perfect opportunity to add a proven star who can impact the game in multiple ways. This potential move could be a defining moment of the season, especially as the Bills aim to solidify their standing as AFC contenders. Imagine Buckner lining up alongside Davon Hamilton, creating chaos in the middle, and helping Buffalo dominate on both sides of the ball. This would be a statement to the rest of the league that the Bills are serious about chasing another Super Bowl. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So in summary, this potential trade is one to keep a very close eye on. For the Colts, losing Buckner would be a significant blow, especially when trying to rebuild their defense and manage cap space. But for the Bills, acquiring him could be the boost they need to solidify their front seven and push even harder for a deep playoff run. Buckner's career, marked by consistency, elite run-stopping, and disruptive pass rushing, makes him a perfect fit for Buffalo's defensive scheme. His presence would not only improve their immediate chances, but also set the foundation for future success, giving the Bills a clear advantage in the AFC East and beyond. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Bills news.